Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Episode 4, Book to Finish. Um, Crazy week of wrestling. A weekend of wrestling, I should say.
It was.
Week-wise, not so hot so far. Um, I am one third. I am one third of your host, Dave. You got 2/3 to the other side of me and Derek. We're a man short today. But, I'm pretty sure Anthony's working. Whatever the hell he's doing. Who knows? Who cares? And you're probably watching. Go fuck yourself. Derek, how we feeling?
For lack of a better term, little disappointed. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm not saying that it was. I'm not saying it was bad. Wasn't horrible, but just a little underwhelming. A little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, Derek was hoping that Kane was gonna come back.
Bro, the big red monster, dude. Right up north from Knox County, dude. Fuck.
Nah, but pardon me. We'll jump into it now. We'll jump into a quick little SummerSlam our SummerSlam post show with this little post breakdown. Obviously, in the last episode, we did play Book the Show. Of course, the winner decides to not show up on the show today, so
I failed dramatically.
it didn't count. I went 50-50. Anthony, I think, went 9 for 12. Derek sucked. Derek does not know ball. He is the non ball knower of the week.
I would just call it a non-baller.
He's lucky I don't know special effects or how to do any of that shit yet, because I would.
It's okay.
Load
I
up.
edit.
So Derek, let's get into night one, my boy. How do we feel about night one?
Night one was okay.
Okay, I feel like it was one of those things where like it was legitimately saved by the bell. Like,
Yeah.
of course, the cash-in was the
Yeah.
story of the night.
The Gunther Punk was a good match.
It was a very good match.
It went way longer than I thought it was going
Yes.
to. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of story in it. It was the pacing. I can't say because I didn't book it that it was beautifully paced. But I will say that the pacing for what I was watching, I enjoyed very much. And then the cash-in was just it was saved by the cash-in.
Pristine, yeah. I mean, it was, again, like, I feel like it's hard to talk about 2010's wrestling and not mention how important Seth Rollins is. Like, I feel like Seth Rollins has 3 probably very, very, very crazy moments in the last 15 years. If we
Seth
can
Rollins
agree.
has 2 of the top 3 cash-ins of all time, in my opinion.
I mean, I feel like there's no hesitation on the first one, and I feel like the greatest of all time is the Heist of the Century. I was phenomenally booked. But like, how do you mention, and again, this is the whole IWC weird wrestling community there. How do you mention best wrestlers in the world and you don't talk about Seth Rollins? And you complain about the way Seth Rollins is booked. How are you complaining about this character? Okay, yes, this whole weird 4-man group that they're in is not picking up steam yet, or is not picking up steam the way we want it to. But to say it's not working is false. You're getting your one of your youngest talents on your main roster. You're getting probably one of the most athletic big men WWE's ever had in Bronson Reed. You have them both in a group with one of the smartest men who have ever touched grace in a wrestling ring, or touched grace in a wrestling company in general. And then you put them all alongside WWE's greatest project since what?
Cena.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah. And like how do you find like you cannot how was there anything negative about this? That's besides the point. I'm spewing there. We'll get back into the show at this point now. We're gonna do a quick breakdown of night one. Um, I mean, starting off the show, yeah, you want to start off the show hot. You start off with your tag team match with the OG Bloodline getting the win there. Cool showing.
Didn't need to happen.
Yeah, it didn't really need to happen. You know, a couple cool spots here and there. Entrance was cool. Having them all, stop over. The whole, in between the match and then them getting their ass beat. That was pretty cool. From there we went into where are my notes? What was the second match of the night there?
Really quickly, while you're looking for your notes there,
Go ahead.
I just want to say in terms of that opening match, Anthony also agrees. The Bronze needed that win over Roman and Jay absolutely should not have pinned Bronson Reed.
Yeah,
Of all
I
people.
mean,
It made Bronson Reed look extremely weak, although he had a very good showing. It made Roman wasn't going to be involved in if he got the pin or if there was a pin on that team. It should have been It should have been a tsunami, a pull up, and a spear from Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, spear from Braun Breaker, the Bronsons. Braun Breaker should have gotten the pin over Jay and they should have steamrolled them. Honestly, they would have been more impressive.
I agree. I mean, it would have kind of just deaded that whole this whole of like
Because you would have sat there.
You could have written off Roman there. You could have written off Roman there so you can go film his movie. You give Jay his well-deserved break. I mean, Jay deserves a break some a little bit here and there. Kind of get him off TV for a little bit, and then when he does come back in a month or so, it'll kind of be also worth it.
You could have started the show, everybody's jaws on the floor.
Yeah.
If it was just if they essentially jobbed.
I agree. In the second match, we had the women's tag team title match, which I feel like we all kind of saw which way it was going to go with the unlikely group of the friends, not so friends duo of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair picking up the win. Again, cool match, fun match. My only real big prop there, aside from me loving Roxanne Perez, is Raquel Rodriguez is arguably like your most improved of the year, man. Like this Kevin Nash, I mean, I think he like whipped her into shape with one comment, and she started moving differently. And Raquel Rodriguez she's moving real good in the ring. Moving real good in the ring. She looks believable. She's moving like a big man.
Roxanne Perez, you're never gonna be able to say that she's bad.
I love her.
And I agree wholeheartedly. Raquel. Very drastic change since she joined the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Drastic.
Big Mommy cool.
Pairing her up with Liv again was a good move. She looks so much more confident.
Yeah, she's a heater, and that's exactly what she is, and
that's what she should be.
That's exactly, and she's moving like one. She's moving like a believable one.
And she's not smiling every week now. Yeah. That was our biggest gripe. That she was trying to play the baby face giant.
Yep.
Which, not easy to do.
Yeah, exactly. And gentle giant isn't cool. Match number 3 we had, and we'll definitely get into later because it's with Derek's favorite of all time, Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn finally, hopefully, ending this dreadful, what could have been promising feud between the two of them. Not really much to explain there. It's kind of it is what it is. It was a match at SummerSlam. Anthony predicted it perfectly. We want Kross, we want Kross, we want Kross, and this is the least talked about match from the entire weekend.
Because it was the most disappointing match of the entire weekend.
Going into match 4, you had our WWE Women's Championship match, which was surprisingly quick. I believe it didn't go longer than 9 or 10 minutes, and that's including entrances.
I think it was 8.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it was action packed. Like, it's not like they didn't do anything. It was a fast paced match. Like it was. I would like to see a longer match. but I think the ink is officially slowly going dry on Jade Cardwell. Excuse me, Jade Cargill. Uh, I mean, listen, I've always spoke highly of her. I've always seen the potential that she had. She's athletic. She's not a WWE wrestler yet. If Anthony
They've
was
been
here,
wrestling roughly the exact same amount of time.
yeah, yeah,
And the thing that Tiffany has behind her is her gymnast background, her gymnastic stuff. Um, earlier today, I consume podcasts, so I listened to the Impulsive podcast with Tiffany,
mm,
and she literally said, "I in the ring, I have no fear
right,
about anything because I used to do all that stuff in gymnastics."
right.
So this is exactly where she should be. Honestly, she deserves it. She's put so much work in. She's so much more improved, and she was
Mm-hmm.
already good when she was in NXT. She just needed to learn how to talk,
Yeah,
and she's talking wise right now. Still a little weak, much better. But when she eventually, ultimately turns heel, it's gonna be a fantastic thing.
it's gonna. That's what it is. She's a better heel. She's better on the mic as a heel. She's better without the crowd, if that makes sense.
A
I've
lot
seen,
of the people that are in babyface spots are way better bad people.
yeah, yeah, I
It's
agree.
but
Uh,
we digress.
your match 5 of the night was your celebrity match, which I mean it was pretty fun. Just shout out Jelly Roll Man. It was Jelly Roll Randy Orton versus Paul and Drew McIntyre. Those two did their thing. Drew always puts on a show. Listen, say what you want about Logan Paul. That boy's a dog. That boy's nice.
The bumps
Um,
this man does
yeah,
are
man.
insane.
He's winning. He's trying to win the respect of wrestling fans in the sense of like he's not here to just screw around. He's actually here to be a wrestler. He's and the whole gimmick of the like stay out of our business kind of thing is pretty funny, and I
Yeah,
like it, and it works for him. It's a good heel move. Again,
it's smart.
he's like and a lot of people on the whole again. I'm mentioning them again. I keep giving them some sort of platform. The IWC. Those people aren't older than 15 years old. They didn't see the way Miz came up. This is exactly the same way the Miz came up. Exactly the
He's
same
just
way.
doing it a lot louder, and he has way more of a platform than Miz did. That's the
That
only
and he's
difference.
significantly more athletic. Where Miz had to work a little bit more to get the respect of people in the ring. Where like Logan Paul is kind of doing it now. And then going into the conversation we were getting to earlier, match of the night, the
For
World
that
Heavyweight
one,
Championship match. I'm sorry, the yeah, World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm
yeah, there
sorry.
you
Yeah.
go.
Wow. I'm sorry. It's been a long few days. Um,
We've
yo,
consumed a lot of wrestling.
yeah. Uh, Gunther, Punk, fire, man.
Good match.
Especially going into the match. Yeah, man. Especially going into the match. Hearing that Gunther had an injury, that
Hmm.
undisclosed injury, I know he wanted to talk about, and he worked about 20 minutes. I think it was a 22 minute match.
Yep.
It got some color. Finally got some color. We were hoping we get some color. We got our color. But yo, man, I mean, listen, they're doing a good job, and especially Gunther and this production team. Doing a very good job at, yes, Gunther is this big bad heel, yeah, but like he plays the perfect Goliath.
Yeah.
Like he is the perfect Goliath. He gives you all the false hope in the world. And shout out Tyler Bate in NXT UK. This match, oh my gosh! If you want to talk about the perfect David and Goliath story of but that doesn't go David's way, shout out to both of them. Go watch that match. NXT UK. I don't remember what takeover it was. Probably like back in like 2019, 2020-ish, around that time. Those two put on a 45-minute match that had everybody on their feet. That was the match that got Tyler Bate kind of sort of like the big rub, and that's when you started seeing Tyler Bate more on US TV. But I digress. Gunther's awesome, bro. Gunther's just so good.
Ultimately ends up in Punk essentially finishing his story. 12 years and comes back to WWE. We're gonna gray out the other company. Comes back to WWE and wins his what he wanted. He wanted championships. He wanted money. He came back. He got championships, and he's getting money. And you know, just for what Punk has been through since he's been back with the tricep injury, and then you know just the shuffle of the Royal Rumble, because it really should have been Punk winning the Royal Rumble and going to WrestleMania. I think we all agree that. That also causes speculation for a couple of months from now. But it all culminates with Seth Rollins just knows how to cash in Money in the Bank contracts. He just knows.
Dude, he is.
They just know how to book a Seth cash in.
I mean, like, who else has won it twice? There's a couple guys. Edge.
Edge has won it.
Well,
Punk has won it.
Has Edge won it twice?
Yes.
And he's Edge won it twice.
Cashed
He's
in
three
twice.
times. No, he's cashed it 3 times. So remember the Mr. Kennedy thing? That's what I'm asking. I don't remember him winning it twice. I remember him having it twice. I remember him winning it.
Yeah,
twice.
and that's it.
So he won the first one, and then
He won the first one. He's cashed in twice.
Kennedy. Yes. Okay.
He's cashed in twice.
I mean, all right. So you had those two.
CM Punk.
Punk has won it twice, but
I think Punk won it back to back.
We could argue Punk probably has the now maybe third best cash in of all time. Jeff Hardy.
You're gonna call that third? I don't want to talk about this right now because this can be a whole podcast.
Yeah, all right. Listen, we'll get back into this later on. We'll get back into this later on. Hold that thought.
But Seth Rollins absolutely has 2 of the top 3 cash-ins at this point. Okay.
Okay. No. No. I kind of did. We're already here.
We'll say 2 of the top 5.
What's your no? But now I want to know. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Seth on SummerSlam. My number 2 is the first Edge cash-in. Absolutely. I can't beat it, dude. I can't beat it because I watched that live.
Fuck up.
I watched that live. Dude, it was still, that was the first time it ever happened. Nobody had any idea that he was going to come out at the end of a match and cash it in.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's the exact same thing. He did the exact same thing.
Okay, I'll give it to you. All right, I'll give it to you. I'm not mad at you.
But for that one, that was nostalgia for me. But still, like, I can't. The first one was the first one that I saw, that I watched live, was insane to me. Because I was a young wrestling fan. My head blew off. Pause.
I mean, that was like 06. You weren't that young. Take it easy. I was 7 years old.
I was still in high school.
Hey, you're not that young. That's an old fart.
I didn't have a car.
That breaks down night 1. I mean, look, again, we're gonna break down. I feel like Seth Rollins and the cash in later on in the show.
Let's get to night 2. Let's keep on going.
2.
We spent too much time.
Open off with a bang, man. I mean, triple threat match was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't expect that to be the opener. I didn't. I'm not mad at it being the opener.
I agree. I'm pretty, you predicted Naomi winning it also, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, the 3 of us did get it right. We all said Naomi was going to win that match. And I was close enough with the way how the finish happened. Rhea, again, I think this is eventually going to end up with Rhea turning heel, with the whole Real EO saga that we're getting.
How did she do it? She did basically what we said was going to happen.
Yeah, just essentially where
Rhea, she tricked Williams there.
Yes, Rhea hits EO with the Riptide.
Avalanche.
No, not an avalanche. Was it an avalanche? I can't remember it being an avalanche. It was just a really good Riptide.
Okay.
And then during the pin, Naomi comes up behind, hits her with a roll up, pulls the tights, 1-2 tree, match over. Cool story with that. Naomi's entrance was with her pops, with her father. That was awesome. It's pretty cool to see. It's always cool to see that. Going in match number 2, which was the most fun match of the night with your TLC match, man. Wow.
All right, I'm just gonna say this right now: the superstar of the match, is Candice
Was not even in the
LeRae.
match.
The superstar of the match is Candice LeRae, dude. For those people who do not know who Candice LeRae is, if you just know her from WWE and think that she's just this mediocre small chick that walks around with
Nah,
Nia
dog.
Jax, you have no idea who Candice LeRae is. Go on any social media platform, any YouTube, anything that you can pull up a video, and just search up Candice LeRae versus Cedric Alexander. That lumbar check bump is one of the most viral things you will ever see on TV. Looks like the most violent thing you've ever seen. It's insane. The bumps that she takes are wild. She has no concern for her body. But the reason why I'm giving her the superstar of the match, she goes up the ladder during this match towards the end, and is trying to secure the titles for DIY. And Johnny Gargano, real life husband, is holding the ladder. Ciampa's centurying around trying to make sure that nobody gets in. Gets pushed back, knocks into Johnny. Johnny knocks over Candice LeRae. She falls on top of a ladder in the ring, out of the ring, through a ladder onto the floor, knee first. She's a mother. And she's just throwing herself for the sake of this for this business. It's absolutely wild. And then
awesome.
On top of that, Johnny Gargano looks over, sees her, throws a thumbs up, and goes and tries to get the titles. Doesn't care. Beautiful. I love them. I love the both of them so much.
I mean, again, we could just Candice is dog. He's a dog, bro. Candice is so good. I mean, even when her tag team days with
Indy.
No.
Joey Ryan,
and the Bucks. I mean, they had great matches.
Joey Ryan, who just got canceled again.
Yeah, guy
but that doesn't. But what I say about Candice LeRae also does not take away from any of the. How many people were in this match?
All of them.
90. The entire roster was in this match, basically.
The entire SmackDown tag division.
Every team in this match did their. It was a fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was I call it a love letter to TLC.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic love letter to what TLC was. Not only that, but you also had 2/3 of the original TLC
there
trifecta there in the front row watching. You had the Dudleys, you had the Hardys.
And yeah, some guy and then I guess some old they try to call Edge, but some dude named Cope picked up the phone. I don't know. And then apparently Christian's locked in some cage, something like that. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Apparently he's got a kid now that wanted to kill him. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways,
I mean, you would see it if you just closed your eyes, dude. I don't know.
Go, I guess. Speaking of cages, cage match was next. I don't know if this is the end of it between Jacob and the MFTs.
It's not over.
Unfortunately,
it's not over. This bloodline storyline is going to go until the end of time.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the end of it. He's still stuck in this freaking bloodline fucking tornado here, so he's stuck there. But look, it was a good match. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a good match. It was a good match, fun match. Not really much to break down there, other than the fact that everything you would think is gonna happen. MFTs came out, costing the match. Tonga kicked the absolute shit out of that door. And I don't know how the hell Solo didn't get a concussion, because I think that hit him before it hit Jacob.
The most upsetting thing about this match was the fact that it was a cage match.
Yeah.
They didn't need a cage. I understand why, but they didn't need the cage. They had the cage for Jacob to do a moonsault off of.
Yeah.
That's essentially why they gave it a cage. You could have easily put hung the U.S. Championship up in the center of the ring and did a ladder match. But because there was a TLC match already, I understand that. But it would have been equally as impressive if Jacob did a moonsault off of a ladder. It would have also been equally as impressive if Jacob did a moonsault off of the top rope to the outside, through all the MFTs. But that's, again, another thing. You couldn't do a last man standing match because there were 4 different freaking no holds barred matches that night. You know, it's
Yeah, I'll get into my theory about that later with them basically overloading night 2 with a bunch of gimmick matches.
yeah.
Made no sense.
Right,
Next
next
match was a cool callback match to Ray and Eddie from SummerSlam.
Oh yes,
I forget what year it was. Custody of Dom match.
yeah.
With
it was
Dom Mysterio coming out in
2005. It was this 20 year
yeah,
anniversary.
that's what it was. Yeah, 20th anniversary.
Dominic's 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
WWE superstar. Don't forget, Dirty Dom.
Big vet.
I see you, buddy.
Big vet.
Please watch.
Dom came out in a callback of Ray's gear.
Mm-hmm.
AJ coming out in a callback of Eddie's gear. Awesome to see. It was a cool match, fun match. Not what we expected as far as in ring work. I feel like they're kind of holding off for France. I think France is going to be a big deal. I do think we're going to get it. I think it's bound to happen because I can't see them not doing anything with AJ Styles.
Yep, in France after the last time.
In his second country that he runs, essentially. Or third country, I should say, because he's basically had Japan in the back pocket.
He is phenomenal.
And then going into the match of the night, and arguably one of, if not the greatest SummerSlam match of all time. Can we agree there? Can we disagree?
I don't think I can agree. It was definitely up there. But I don't want to get too far into what was the greatest SummerSlam match of all time.
Okay.
I would much rather talk about the fact that the emotions that got brought out in this match as a fan of both sides, essentially. You have Cody, you have Cena, you have Cody, who's been Cody, always going to be Cody. Right now we're just waiting for the inevitable, but we say this every week, and we can't beat it any more than we can. But then you also have Cena coming out as basically old school Super Cena. Comes out, he does the let's go, Stu. You know, the back and forth of everything. The continuous kick out of AA, the continuous kick out of Crossroads. Again, this match went way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought we were going to get a 20-minute match. It ended up being about a 45-minute match, I think.
Let me see if I can find a time.
You know, it's kind of crazy that.
Real quick, shout out Gunther and Punk, bro. Those motherfuckers went for a half hour. And 37 minutes, 45 seconds for Cena and...
Just about 40.
Yeah.
You know, it was just It was a very nice change from what we've been getting out of these two.
Yeah.
It was a straight down the middle match. You know, both of them had chances to do something to the other. It was a street fight, so we got that. It wasn't a clean match by the general description of what a clean finish is. But for a street fight, you know, there was no blood, unfortunately. But I understand. It was just it was a much different thing that I thought we were going to get, and it was actually watchable, digestible, and enjoyable to see.
Yeah, with the biggest thing I got out of this match was it felt like your old school John Cena match. Where you got that persistence, you got that grit out of Cena, you got that the desperation out of his moveset. Because again, he brings out that leg drop from the top rope every now and again, only when he has to. Derek and I were actually watching the match together, and I was jokingly saying that, look, he's gonna. Oh, when he hit the freaking code red on the outside, I jokingly started yelling, he's gonna give us a 450, or he's gonna do a moonsault, or something. But no, man, like, dude, this was a John C. a bit again big match, John. That mantra that he continues to have, and that reputation he continues to have. Where everybody's gonna say he's not a great in ring worker, but when the lights are on and the spotlight's on him, and you tell him, yo, that you're closing the show, you got to end the story right, bro. He'll give you a banger. And look, it was a great. You saw exactly where the torch got passed, where that one shot, Cena's looks exhausted. Cody standing right behind him. Cody gives him that weird ass salute. Grabs him, crossroads, 1, 2, 3, new champion. What if I told you that arguably one of the greatest SummerSlam matches of all time wasn't the talk of the night? Because what happened 10 minutes after that broke the internet, made everybody talk, people who have never watched wrestling before talk. Good and bad. There's no such thing as bad reputation. Bad publicity. Press. Especially in WWE. Brock Lesnar is back, ladies and gentlemen. Brock Lesnar is back. Yes, Brock Lesnar.
My jaw dropped.
Like, legit, we're going to figure out a way to get the edit right and look pretty for you guys and post it up eventually. But our reactions were legit jaw drop. We were quiet, staring at our screens for about 2 minutes. 2-3 minutes, because it just didn't click. It did not click at all, and it's like, wow. Like, dude, like, what are we getting here? Is this the way we're going to end Cena's run? You don't think so? Like, again, I'm not opposed to it. Dude, I love Brock. I love Brock the wrestler. No. You give me Brock Lesnar, and, like, anytime Brock Lesnar comes back, I'm always going to be excited. Brock Lesnar excites me as a wrestling fan. Brock Lesnar is one of those guys where he is polarizing. I don't care if he has a 3-minute squash match. That's going to be so fun.
I don't think so, because I don't think John Cena is going to waste the remaining PLEs on a feud with just Brock Lesnar.
Well, I wouldn't. It would be set for Paris. You're setting this up for Paris.
Oh yeah, one and done.
Yeah,
one and done. But I don't think this is going to be. I don't think this is going to be a standard feud.
I agree.
I still have a lot of hope for Cope getting borrowed for one more match. I still have hope. Sorry, but I do still want to see. I still want to see Cena and AJ. I still want to see Cena versus Braun Breaker. I want to see Cena versus Seth. I want to see something with Cena and Roman at some point. You know,
Cena Roman's done. That's done. Done over.
He has. I didn't say Cena versus Roman. I said Cena and Roman in something at some point.
Nah.
Because there's a lot of speculation on what this Survivor Series War Games team is going to look like.
I mean, can't see it happening.
Cena's definitely in War Games.
Dude, Cena's
definitely in War Games. He's not going to say no to it.
He's not saying no. Maybe. But not for that whole Cena AJ thing kind of tickling my fancy a little bit.
That's because...
Only because, listen. You let Cena...
Mm-hmm.
AJ wins the title in Paris. Right. Cena's 1 away from the Grand Slam.
Right. Exactly.
I feel like AJ I feel like is going to be... I think SummerSlam next year is AJ's last match. I feel like SummerSlam next year, yes. I feel like will be AJ Styles' last match as a competitor. I I think he stays with WWE and becomes like a liaison between WWE and TNA. Not in the sense of
No,
like
I get what you mean.
you know what I mean, like working every week, but big productions. AJ will be there.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever. A press conference. If TNA
yeah.
gets to the point where they're doing press conferences, TNA is gonna be. AJ Styles is gonna be there. So that sense there. We can talk about, and I know it's kind of stupid. We're cutting short talking about wrestling. We're one of the biggest wrestling stories on a wrestling podcast, but we got a lot of fucking things to talk about here
Yeah.
that have nothing to do with SummerSlam. For those of you that don't understand Derek and I's friendship, Derek and I legitimately became friends off of wrestling and wrestling alone.
Very randomly.
Yeah. Derek and I used to work together, and it just so happened wrestling came up in conversation, and we're like, oh shit, wait, you kind of know what you're talking about. Let's keep talking about this.
Yeah.
And then, we didn't talk about anything.
We were attached at the hip for
Yeah.
probably the remaining of the time that we both worked together.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
And then
only
stayed in
talking about
touch.
wrestling.
And stayed in touch through COVID.
Yeah. Like when I say when a work friendship turned into a real friendship turned into a best friendship. But bro, let's get into the quick, easy, fun shit to talk about, bro. That Becky Lynch promo was hysterical.
Yes, it was.
That might be the only talking point about Monday Night Raw, aside from what happens every single time Roman has to get written off. That Cena line was crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the
the delivery was hysterical.
Yep.
The
You can't see him anymore.
You can't see him anymore. That was hilarious.
You know, it just goes to show that number one, absolutely discussed beforehand. You can tell.
Yeah.
If you wanna go back, you can go back. You can go back to the Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton promo where they went off script. You could tell that neither of them were shaken. This was a promo between pros. And not saying that Tiffany and Charlotte are not pros, but when you get flustered like that, and you get bombarded with stuff that you're not expecting, it's you're gonna say stuff. You're gonna say stuff. These two, I will say this. Am I happy that Nikki Bella is on my screen? Yeah, she's nice to look at. Do I think that she needs a retirement tour? No, she retired already. I don't think she needs to be inserted in storylines. It was nice for her to come back at Rumble. It was nice to see her a little bit. She doesn't need to be... Now, what I will say is when she talks, her promo stuff, when she was doing her Divas Championship thing, I was entertained because they were funny. She is funny. Becky Lynch brings so many people to her level that she makes a bad promo look fantastic. And Nikki Bella was given a stinker. And Becky Lynch made that promo so much fucking better. And Nikki Bella was a good fucking sport about everything that Becky said. I gotta give props.
My biggest question to anybody who's ever watched wrestling, long term, short term, you're a nerd like us. What the fuck has Nikki Bella ever done that warrants her to be a fucking star? Her claim to fame is so ass backwards. It actually pisses me off when I see her come back because she's not a good wrestler. She thinks she's bigger than what I personally feel like she should be. I don't think I've ever seen a wrestler who needed a reality show to be over.
Two.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the biggest point. And the only reason why she was over on the first one, and they gave her a second one, was because of who she was dating. And here come the David's misogynistic. David doesn't like women. Fuck you. I love women's wrestling.
Brother had
I love
girls
women's
sign a
wrestling.
contract to live in his house.
I was legitimately watching Total Divas just to see John Cena on my TV. I was like 13 years old. I didn't know any better. And then I realized like the shit show of a show it was, and even I knew at 13 years old how scripted this thing was. Like you had Naomi and I'm pretty sure Natalia was there having a fight outside of a bar. Like you really mean to tell me that WWE is gonna let this PG-13 product be okay with knowing that half, if not all of your women's division is out there getting arrested? Like, yeah, sure, yeah, that's real. Like, come on, bro. But on back to Nikki Bella. What has Nikki Bella done? And this is a genuine question, and I need to understand it because the Divas era sucked. I don't want to hear anything. Oh my gosh, Divas era implemented. No, it did not. AJ Styles is the. I'm sorry. Wow, AJ Lee is the reason why we have every good women's wrestlers today. And I don't want to hear any fuss about that because before her, it might have been like the best in-ring worker from the women. It might have been Molly Holly.
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix is Jazz. Is another one. Yes, Jazz is another one. We could name.
But again, we're going back.
Exactly.
It was AJ that showed that a girl of that stature can do it.
Yes.
And then that's how we get the Sasha Bankses.
Yes.
The Paiges.
Yep.
But Paige was already wrestling way before AJ Lee was even on screen. But besides the point, showing that smaller girls can get to that spot.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to have, the biggest assets or anything like that. You just needed to be able to work a crowd.
And I agree. And again, I give the props that everybody gives Nikki Bella. I give to AJ. I give it to her because during the time where she was wrestling, that's when WWE was kind of plateaued, and that was kind of sort of your only option. That's when New Japan Wrestling kind of started getting big over in the States. And it was people who appreciated actual wrestling and in-ring work, and they saw it with AJ. AJ opened up that new realm of when these women are actually wrestling. These women are competitive. Like I remember seeing AJ Lee giving Caitlyn a good match. Caitlyn, yes, the one and done from the Mae Young Classic, the last one they did. Yes, that one. She used to be a full-time wrestler. She sucked. But she gave her a good match. Eve Torres, she was cool. She wasn't a good worker in a ring. She gave her a good match. It's those things where, again, where I need to understand where this Nikki Bella praise is coming from. She's not even the better sister out of the both of them. Like, there's this whole hierarchy of Nikki's at the top. She set the stone. No, she didn't. I'm sorry. She was hot. Vince liked her. She got her tits done, and hey, look, they gave her a title. She started wearing red and wearing Jordans and a backwards hat, and guys liked her.
And ripping her shirt when she walked to the
yeah, bro, I'm sorry. Look, and all, I sound horrible. I sound horrible for saying this shit, but I don't care because it's the truth. The truth.
I believe the only reason is because she was the longest reigning Divas champion.
A title that's no longer continued, and they refuse to refer to women as divas. Mm-hmm. Yes, she is a champion of a word that basically is banned by the company. Please get out of here with this shit. Goes on to some quick news. Austin Theory apparently is out on the internal roster. You look up Austin Theory on the WWE roster, he is no longer there. What does that mean? Probably nothing. Dude's, like I said, like we mentioned last week, and a bunch of our clips that you've seen of us talking about Austin Theory in the past. He is hurt. He's definitely hurt. We don't know what he's dealing with. I haven't really dug deep into that. None of my business. But Austin Theory's definitely hurt. It's probably why they're trying to keep the whole. I think he's coming back soon.
They do take people off of the internal roster to make space for other people for the
Yes.
time being
Yes.
and to garner interest. They do that a lot.
Yeah. Think of it as like, if you're like, I know, obviously you can tell by my hat I'm a baseball fan. Think of it as a guy getting hurt and they are bringing a guy from AAA up to the big leagues. That same kind of realm. But I think he's coming back soon. Only reason why I say this, Grayson Waller's been on TV looking for new friends. He's partnered up with the New Day, and I feel like this is gonna kind of roll back to like a cool little quirky, corny Austin Theory, like "Are you cheating on me?" kind of storyline. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna end up being pretty fun. Might end up in a tag match with New Day and Theory Waller, where that's where you see Waller turn on Theory in that match, and boom, then we finally get our feud. Hey Anthony, if you're watching, we get our fucking payoff.
What would be way more interesting is if Austin Theory turned on Waller and Theory was with the New Day.
That'd be cool. But I would get pissed off because, like, shit, I'm getting more heel Theory. Like, I don't want this.
Or he just turns on him in general in that match.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm looking at my notes right now. They're a little ass backwards. My next bullet point is Nikki Bella. What the fuck? So I got into my what the fuck point already. I think for the next step for the World Heavyweight Championship, I mean, are we looking at a triple threat match? Like, are we looking at Punk? Are we looking at Seth? Are we looking at LA Knight for Paris?
No.
Why not?
Because I think there's too many hands in the fire in that story in general. Because, like, really, what's going to happen? You're going to leave Roman out?
Well, you kind of have to, and I feel like that's why they kind of did that whole thing with Seth getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, LA Knight's upset. This is that, but Seth cashing in. What the fuck? You like now? I know you faked the injury. I'm gonna beat you up even more. To now Punk.
Well, they definitely
himself into this, but look, we have to understand. Roman now got written off. He's filming a movie. He's not gonna be in Paris.
Well, so I see what you're saying. If they do it, they have to do it next Monday.
Well, yeah. There's no
There's 3 weeks until Clash of Paris.
You have to do it now. You at least introduce it now. You have to at least start the introduction now. Where
Absolutely
now,
have to.
Monday you start off the show with one of 3 people: LA Knight,
Yeah,
CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and somehow, some way, make sure the other 2 interrupt the first one, the second one. Mm-hmm. So that's the only real way you kind of you get that going. You kind of start that whole process now. But my question for you. We alluded to it earlier in the show. We talk about your boy. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is up with your boy Karrion Kross, bro? What's next for him?
All right, dude. So I've given this a fair amount of thought because, so for those people who don't know, Kross's contract is up shortly.
Yeah, I believe it'll be up the weekend that we're recording this. I believe it's going to be like August 10th, or August 8th, I should say, or 9th.
So his contract is up. Both of him and Scarlett's contract are up. As of right now, he's still on the internal roster. So my speculations run wild. My fantasy bookings run wild. This is my thought process at the end of the day. We could turn this into something much different than what we've been getting. We've been getting Kross doing this whole the devil you know thing for months. Probably almost a year at this point. Again, I've never not said no to a Kross promo in my life. Never said no to a Kross match in my life. Has he been where I think he should be? No. But again, it's the booking, it's the timing, everything kind of coincides with it. They could spin this into something completely different. What if he is written off of TV, said that he's released, or something of that nature, like it hasn't been done before, and we get him. We get like a psycho character out of this. We get just a completely off the rails, exactly what he should have been.
Do we
The
get
entire
Killer
time.
Cross? Do we get Killer Cross? Does Karrion Cross not
The
resign, and all of a sudden, like Karrion Cross is dead, Killer Cross is come. Like remember that big promo,
yes,
that off screen promo that we saw.
The minute that we get somebody jumped in the back and nobody know who did it, that's going to be your sign.
And it's not an NXT parking lot.
It could be a parking lot. It could be
Well, not the end. Well, if
well,
it
not
is,
the
it's going to be the NXT parking lot.
True. A backstage, just the lights turn out in a room and the lights go back on and everything is thrown around and there's just bodies laying down. That's a very good sign that there's a killer on the loose. And my favorite version of Cross. And I really think that they could definitely make something.
Absolutely.
They could definitely do something.
Absolutely.
There's so many layers to him. He's coming out with the part 2 of his documentary. But he's not done. But he's not he's we're in such an age, dude. We're in an age where online and on screen are the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not getting TV time, Anthony hates it. The Bucks did it. The Young Bucks did. The Young Bucks gave a blueprint on how to stay relevant and not have TV.
Yep.
If you guys also don't know, Being the Elite was one of the most prolific wrestling vlogs ever made, and it was made on an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Edited on an iPhone for years before they gave it to actual editors, and it got crappy. Besides the point, you had a group of people doing a vlog, and then they started a company.
Yeah.
That's how they got over. They got so over they were able to get the backing of a billionaire to start a company. If you let Karrion Cross do something, dude, if you say, hey, we want you to make something, see if this gets over, and just give him fucking time, dude, I promise you, you're not gonna be disappointed. Oh my god, WWE, hire me as a writer. I'll do it. I'll write it. I do have one more piece of business that we absolutely need to discuss, and we're gonna clip this down. It's gonna be under an hour. Starting in 2026, all WWE PLEs are going to be aired on ESPN. As of right now, they say at least 10. I have a lot of reservations about what's going to happen precisely.
That's just a mess in its own right. ESPN trying to just, I guess, monopolize like the sports industry in general and make it an entertainment industry is going to be the death of sports. It started with the acquisition of Red Zone, which that's for the football season. Those of you guys don't know, that is your 7 hours of commercial-free football. We're never going to get that again in the same realm as we got it in its inception. I feel like it's going to end up the same way here, where you're going to start seeing ESPN Bet and this and that. It's gonna just suck. It's gonna suck. Listen, yeah, we all claim that we know wrestling up until you get gambling involved, and then boom, it's just you're gonna ruin the sport.
But not
$30 a fucking pay-per-view? Though, are you kidding me?
Well, that's speculation.
Listen, I remember when they were $60 way back when. but I was getting my TV for free. Like we were watching it on free TV, or it was on channel 11. Yeah, I was paying $60 once a month, maybe if that. Dog, I gotta pay fucking $20 just to watch regular fucking Netflix. Now I gotta pay another $20 to watch ESPN, Hulu, all this other bullshit, and another $30 on top of that to watch my wrestling. Get the fuck.
And, you know, as of this report, I believe, just came out today.
Yes.
So we don't know the inner workings of everything, and right now this is purely speculation, but if the WWE is under TKO, if that is the case, it's going to be the exact model that the UFC follows.
Yes.
And I'm also going to say that different pay-per-views are going to charge different price points, just like different fights cost different price points.
Yep.
If McGregor's on the card, it's probably going to be an $80 fight.
Yep.
If WrestleMania is a 2-day event, it's going to be $50 2 days. Being of the, you know, I've paid for pay-per-views. I was there at the inception of the WWE Network. By the way, the greatest streaming service of all time. Period. I don't care about Netflix. I don't care about Hulu. Give me my WWE Network back.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, come on. Tony Khan, Jesus, Nick Khan, sorry. My bad, but I'm trying to work for you.
I was like, I thought you were going to bring up Max, so.
But, you know, this report just came out today. Right now, everything is being speculated online. Nobody has been given a clear answer. There's only so much that we can say right now. Probably next week we'll have more. Hopefully Anthony's here, so he can give us his reaction.
Can't wait. I cannot wait.
Our group chat has been blowing up since that report came out. Our group chat of the podcast and our separate group chat of all of our wrestling friends have been rapid. It's been just there's probably still talking.
Yeah.
You know, was there at the inception of the WWE Network, moved over to Peacock. WWE Network went down forever. I cried. I wasn't a fan of Peacock at first because
still not a fan of it.
It was why ruin if it's not broke, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. WWE Network was not broke. It was a one-stop shop, and it was.
That wasn't for me. I was giving them like $12 a month. I was broke.
I was giving them. They could have given us a standard plus and premium, and I would have bought in premium plus for the rest of my life and been completely fine. Everything was mapped out. Everything was dated. You had points in the show where you can just skip to a match that you wanted to watch. It was a beautiful thing. But this ESPN acquisition just doesn't. Raw's on Netflix. SmackDown's time on Fox is coming to an end.
It's too many hands in the cookie jar.
It's good, and the booking is going to suffer for it, because when you have 3 different companies.
Yeah, they all want your biggest star. They all want your biggest star on your show on that platform.
Exactly, like you have ESPN. ESPN's gonna want something for a PLE specifically. We're gonna get 90,000 commercials for ESPN now on WWE television. Not only that, but the center of the ring is just gonna say ESPN Plus for the rest of our fucking lives. It's gonna be plastered all over the arena. Michael Cole's probably gonna get a tattoo on his forehead. Like it's gonna be a ridiculous show. And now it's turning. You know what it is? You know what it is, David? You know what it is, David?
What is it?
WWE is turning back into a circus. We're back in carnivals. We've done a full 360 to the fucking carnies, David. Can you believe it? I'm so happy. Doink's coming back. Doink's coming back! Yes, dude! Yes! Oh my god! I'm so upset!
On that note, we'll end this catastrophe there. That was episode 4 of your favorite friends, Book to Finish. Hopefully we have something better to talk about next week, because this week sucked for wrestling,
And
aside from SummerSlam.
The only reason why we did this is so that we could stay consistent, because we could have easily we could have easily just skipped over this week and did something next week, but we need to be consistent in what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you guys an alternative to whatever is out there. We're 3 friends here that just love talking about this business, and we love speculating stuff. We love debating stuff. We love calling each other dickheads. I love saying Anthony is a terrible person, but I love him till the blue in the face. And I love saying that David doesn't know ball sometimes, but the true fact is that he probably knows the most ball here. Although he didn't win. But whatever.
Anyways, thank you, folks. I will catch you next week.